Let's jump right into this explainer, because there's a fundamental truth about human psychology we need to acknowledge right off the bat. Attraction? Yeah, it is not always obvious. In fact, a lot of people actively try to hide it. They don't openly flirt, they definitely don't confess, and they rarely just come out and say how they feel. But their behavior? Well, that's a different story. That almost always reveals the absolute truth. So today, we're going to look at specific, undeniable signs that someone secretly finds you attractive, focusing especially on why they look at you first.
So picture this. You're hanging out in a group. Someone tells a joke, maybe it's genuinely hilarious, or maybe it's just a terrible dad joke, and the whole group erupts into laughter. But in that exact split second, you notice one specific person instantly locking eyes with you. Let's unpack why this precise moment is such a massive clue. Believe it or not, it's actually one of the absolute most powerful psychological indicators of secret attraction out there.
You see, there's a huge contrast between what we think attraction looks like, those bold confessions or super obvious flirting techniques, and the subtle psychological reality of how people actually hide it. The truth is, secret attraction plays out in micro moments. We're not talking about grand cinematic gestures here. It's all about these involuntary, subconscious responses that the person doing them probably doesn't even realize they're doing.
Which brings us to the group laugh test and emotional validation.
Think about that joke scenario again. When something funny happens, or even when good news is shared, instead of looking at the person who actually told the joke, they look for your reaction first. They are instinctively zeroing in on you in a crowded room. And this brilliantly illustrates the core psychology at play here, emotional validation. Our brains have this incredibly deep-seated drive to seek shared feelings and approval from the people whose opinions matter most to us. When we get a sudden spike in positive emotion, like a good laugh, our subconscious immediately just wants to share that exact feeling with our absolute favorite person in the room.
So the really crucial takeaway here is that this involuntary gaze, it's them subconsciously seeking a shared connection with the person they are secretly drawn to. Like the quote says, people naturally seek emotional validation from those whose opinions matter most. If they're looking at you first while everyone else is just laughing at the joke, it's simply because your emotional response holds way more weight to them than anyone else's. It's a dead giveaway.
Okay, moving on to sign number 1, copying your energy.
You can literally watch this happen in real time. Let's say, step 1, you visibly relax your posture. Step 2, almost immediately, they do too. Step 3, suddenly your paces perfectly match. They might start speaking at the exact same speed as you, or they laugh precisely when you laugh. It's this completely subconscious way of creating harmony and showing that they're aligned with you.
Next up, sign number 2, the memory phenomenon.
Have you ever chatted with someone for, maybe just a few minutes, and then a whole week later they remember a highly specific detail about you? This timeline perfectly maps out why that happens. A super brief introduction at minute 1 leading to flawless recall a week later? That's pretty unusual for a standard everyday interaction, but it is incredibly common with attraction. Psychology tells us that attraction makes people pay way closer attention. They easily remember those who leave a strong impression on them simply because their brain has essentially flagged you as highly important.
Let's keep it rolling with sign number 3, instant mood shifts.
If you simply smile, wave, or just say a quick hello across the room, watch for a complete 180 in their demeanor, just from that tiny acknowledgement. The science behind this is absolutely fascinating. Getting your attention literally activates their brain's reward system. Attention from someone we find attractive triggers an actual chemical reward in the brain, meaning even the absolute smallest, most passing interaction with you can quite literally brighten their entire day.
And that brings us to sign number 5, subtle ways to stand out. Now there is a massive difference between general showboating and targeted attraction. It's the difference between impressing the crowd versus impressing you. When someone is secretly attracted to you, they aren't trying to highlight their best qualities just to get applause from everyone in the room. Instead, they do it strategically. They find small ways to stand out, like maybe suddenly wearing something a bit more stylish, or casually showing off a hidden talent. And they do it just for the one person they actively hope notices, you.
All right, decoding unspoken attraction. This checklist perfectly summarizes the major psychological behaviors that scream someone is secretly drawn to you, even if they never say a single word about it. We've got matching your energy through subconscious mirroring, remembering those tiny random details about you after just a brief meeting, visibly brightening up the second you notice them, instinctively looking for your reaction during that group laugh, and quietly, strategically trying to stand out whenever you're around.
If there's one big takeaway you get from this explainer, it's that true attraction really does hide in plain sight. It's communicated through these subtle, subconscious actions rather than loud, bold confessions. Sometimes people are just too nervous or shy to flat out say they're into you, so they simply hope their involuntary actions say it for them first.
So I want to leave you with this final thought to help you analyze your own recent social interactions. Think about the people in your life right now. Out of everything we covered, which of these signs do you honestly think is the hardest to fake? Is it that instant mood shift? Or maybe that split-second gaze during the group laugh test, just desperately seeking your emotional validation? Keep your eyes open, watch for those signs, and I will see you in the next explainer.